I would really appreciate it if you guys hit the like button for me before you watch the video. If you like somebody who's extremely passionate on what they do and extremely passionate for helping others, that's what my channel is geared towards. Please hit that like button for me. I won't ask for your subscription. I'll let you watch the content and see if it's for you, and then you decide off of that. But I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button for me. All right, guys, I'm out here picking up this Bobcat. Pull the winch out and get this thing going. Let's pull it around, so let's get it going together. We good? Couple-hour drive. Be all good. The straps on it. It's super tight. That's mega tight. We made it in. We just came off the trailer. I forgot to record that, but it won't start. But we're using the little power we got to come back with it. And mess with the hydraulic. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on. So here in this clip, it had been about a month since I bought this machine, and I wasn't going to mess with it at this moment because I was doing so many other things. However, my older brother decided he wanted to come over and give it a go. He stays about 60 miles from me, and we got this like competition thing, so he wanted to try to start it before me. I had a dentist cleaning that day, so I only recorded some of the earlier footage you'll see here, and my son came out and recorded most of the footage when he was here, but he left before I got back. And yeah, when I did record him, it was just took me back to being a 10, 11-year-old kid, handing him tools, watching him work, him teaching me pretty much everything I know as a kid, starting to work on cars. So yeah, got the joy in that, having him come over and try to give me a hand to get this thing going. Someone installed an electric fuel pump on this machine. The stock fuel pump looked like it hadn't ran in years, so the very first thing we wanted to do was to get it to run on a stock fuel pump. Although it's kind of difficult to locate a pump for that machine, I got lucky and found one, and that was one of the very first things we wanted to do, get it to work on the stock fuel pump. Not sure if that electric fuel pump was pushing out too much pressure, too many PSI. Stop. Ready? Go ahead. we're not trying to start it here. We're just trying to make sure the stock fuel pump, or the fuel pump that we installed, functions correctly, making sure we're getting gas primed up. Ultimately, it started pumping up gas, which was a good sign. We thought maybe the lobe was bad on the camshaft that operates it, but it was fine. I also purchased a rebuild kit for this carb, so we decided to break it down. And one thing I'll note here, and I'll talk about towards the end of the video, if you look at the choke lever or choke shaft on this carb, there's no linkage for it and there's no hookup for it. So I'm in choking it manually to get it started. I have to locate something still right to this day. I'm manually choking it to get it started. Got to find that linkage or try to find a setup. Ultimately, I may fabricate something to work that the choke lever in the machine and on the carb. So that's probably going to be the case because I can't find the lever for it, or I'll figure something out.
You got spark? You got spark. There again. Okay, try now. Again.
I didn't mention this earlier in the video, and I should have mentioned it toward the introductory of me when I first started the video out, to say what initially happened and why I bought it. I was looking for a machine like this for a while to do some things around the house. I've been really kind of keeping my eye on one, and although this was probably about 3 hours away from my house, this was the perfect machine for me. It was in very good condition. They just couldn't get it running. They tried everything to get this machine going. They told me it was set up for a minute and they pressure washed it and it just wouldn't start over. So I'm thinking I'm really good with electrical, and I can get this thing going no matter what. And we kind of worked out a deal because they couldn't get it started. They tried everything. I mean, everything to get it going. And although they were getting spark and have fuel, it wasn't starting. So we did a compression test on it as well. I didn't show that. I should have shown it. And all the cylinders was pushing out some great compression. So that was not concerned. We had a timing issue here. So here I'm not recording. I was going at the dentist at this time. My son's recording. He's chilling with his uncle, and they're having a blast. And he also loves to watch him work, and they were having a good time. So he recorded him getting it started. So they had their little moment. They were kind of hanging. So cool thing. They sent me the video when I was in the chair getting my teeth cleaned. So it's cool to see it started, but he had to leave, so he wasn't there before I got back. And I will say that, very appreciative for him. That's my dog, man. I love him to death, and we're here for each other no matter what. And I don't think there's nothing on earth we can get going. And although we got it started and it was running, it wasn't running how it should run. It still was sluggish, barely starting. So now that he had got it going for me, it was my time to take it to the next level and get it to running how it was and it was made. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. will say this machine is in very good condition for its age and probably what it's been through. It's a 1980 Bobcat 732, in very good condition. Everything's worked as it should. It drives well, and you guys will see that in the end. And all the hydraulics work perfectly. No leaks. Just a very well kept up machine, and just was a little neglected. And here I'm just bringing it back to life, slowly but surely. The end of this video should be where it needs to be at. I'm still gotta address that muffler issue though. I gotta find out what I'm gonna do with the muffler situation on here. I'm looking for something right now to find something cheaper within the budget to get on here, or ultimately fabricating me something to put on here. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Fabricate something if I can't find one that'll fit this machine to get it calmed down, because it's pretty much coming out the manifold to the pipe, out of the top of the machine, and that's kind of cracked up in that area. But yeah, very pleased to have this machine. Here I'm just showing I removed those points. I don't want to deal with them anymore. Install the Patronic system. It's always kind of been a go-to for me. So massive improvement here. A massive improvement installing this over those points. Man, it's clean. Those spark plugs are just some spark plugs I had laying around. They were pretty decent. The spark plugs that came out here, I didn't show them. They were terrible. They were horrible shot, and the wires were terrible. So that's why you see mismatched wires from some wires I just had laying around we were using, that were fine, that was able to allow us to get the thing started. But yeah, wires need to be changed, and the plugs was shot. So after installing the Patronic ignition, new spark plug wires, new spark plugs, the distributor cap, and the ignition coil, it was time for me to start this thing up and dial it on in. On that initial start, I didn't zoom the camera back to the engine bay or around the carb, but I should have just shown you guys gas was pouring out of the carb, and I just removed it to do some further adjusting on it and get it set perfectly, and I reinstalled it. But also, the choke linkage is missing from this machine. There's no choke linkage, as you will see in this next image. The shaft is there and it has threads on it, that shaft, but there's no linkage that runs to the cable or the arm that goes into the inside of the machine. So I have to figure that out. So I've been choking it manually. But once I adjusted it correctly and reinstalled the carb, the machine ran perfect. And you guys will see that in the next clip. I slowed the clip up here so you guys can see oil shooting up out of that timing chain cover. When my brother reinstalled it, the seal or the gasket was torn underneath there, so we used the sealant and it didn't hold. So I made something work, and you guys will see that in the clips to come. Since I just about got the machine dialed in, I decided to put everything back together, and I'll install some antifreeze in a second, or some coolant in a second. You guys will see that. But early on, when we first got this machine started, if you look at the governor, that shaft was pushing way out farther. And if you look here, you can tell somebody tried to rebuild it back a long time ago. You can see they welded it because it must have broken where you mount it up against that bracket. So the shaft is pushing way out, way too far, and there's too much play in it. And I know why it's doing this. I got a video coming of me removing this thing and rebuilding it, so be on the lookout for that. I'm not going to show it in this video, but I got a complete removal and rebuild on this thing. Not a complete rebuild, but I know why this one failed, and it's probably the reason why a lot of them fail that's older. So got a video coming for that. Be on the lookout for that. Very detailed video and kind of show you guys some insight on that governor. But eventually got it back going, reinstalled it, and it's all good now. All right, no coolant leak. I'm gonna start it for a quick second because I haven't started it in a minute since I got it running where I want it to be at. Also, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna take this up and do something with this. I'm gonna make this much better. There's a crack in that manifold. That's what it looks like. And then I'm gonna take care of that. Also, a little lower oil, so I'm gonna put some more oil in here, but I wanna make sure we're not leaking. Pretty confident that my homemade gasket gonna work. And we should be fine. Just wanna make sure this belt don't rub up against this belt. And I'm gonna let it run for just a second to see how it is. I still, it's not dialed in perfectly, but I'm close. Gotta get the timer light and put this thing in perfect timing. So I'll be doing that in a little bit, but just want to start up now since I added coolant to it. Although the water pump is not circulating, just still gonna let it run for a second and ultimately try to work on that governor, see what I can do about that, because they are very expensive. Especially right now, when the budget is tight. All right, let me figure some stuff out. Be back in a second. Before I started, I'm gonna top it off with oil. We did leak some oil out, not much. And one thing I would say, when I bought it, before I bought it, they just did an oil change on it, new oil filter, so that's cool. And I got some more stuff I gotta change out, but let's check the oil, see how much I need to top it off with. Oh, it's not bad, it's crystal clear. A little low. Not much. Top it off with some Lucas. Just gonna add about a half a quart of this stuff. This is oil from when it was leaking oil, mixed with the rainwater coming through there. It's pretty clean in here. This is our rainwater. May just try to drill a couple holes here so this stuff can drain out. But we're all good. No more leaks. No more leaks at all. All right. I mean, this machine is solid. This machine is solid, guys. Very impressed. So, a couple of things I want to do in here is I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna fix this. This is disconnected. This is for the light switch, which all the lights work on here. The voltmeter working. This is the ignition, and it's a push start. So, push the button. It starts. I don't like this here. I'm gonna fix that. You see, It's exposed. So we're gonna fix this. I'll show you guys what I'm gonna add here. The fuel hand doesn't work. Gonna fix that eventually. There's the arrow meter. That works. Alright, but yeah. All good. All good. This thing, all the tires holding iron, all the tires holding there. And we should be making, oh, the cap broke. This sucks. I gotta get another cap. It broke. Turn this off too. All right. It may seem like the shaft is wobbly. It's that pulley. I distorted that pulley when I removed it from that shaft. It took some force to remove that pulley from that shaft, and I had to eventually bend it back in shape. I got it close, but it's still some wobble in the pulley, but it's not so much of a wobble to affect the belt or have it jump off. But the belt is loose. But you guys will see that in the video when I rebuild it. I paused the video here at this specific time to show you guys something that happened. Although the belt needed to be tightened on that governor, and I was about to tighten it, and so I seen the shaft had shifted completely back out again, and it was going in and out. And the reason being, and you guys will see in the video when I break this thing down, I used an old part in here when I should have replaced it, and I almost damaged that new seal that took me forever to find, but I did find an alternate seal. You guys will see that in the video as well, but that shaft shouldn't be out nowhere near that far, and I could have left this out the video. I didn't have to show this because I did rebuild it again, and it's perfect now. But I almost damaged that seal just because of a component that I used, an old component I used that I should have replaced it with a new one. Eventually I did that, and now it's fine, but you guys will see that in the video. So I just want to show you all this because I'm about transparency and honesty. That's what my channel is about. That's what that's who I am as a person. So I didn't have to show this, but I wanted to show you all that I did have to remove it again. Here, this is the very first drive. I just wanted to test it out. Even with the governor on there that's kind of messed up, I wanted to just take it for a quick spin around the yard just to see how it moved. I want to see how it functioned. Also, keep in mind, the choke is messed up on here. The choke is just flapping. All right, a little bit more things I need to do to it. Let's see if it can start right up. We're gonna swap this out. Now it's functioning as it should. It's perfect now. No issues. We're all good. The Y ties are to hold the throttle linkage onto the governor because, as you can see, say they had an old Y tie. This was the setup before because that clip is missing or the retainer that holds it onto that ball that's on that linkage. So I got to get a clip for that so I can hold on to it because it keeps jumping off too.